from the westernunion.com VIP Lounge.
Thank you.
All the way from London town,
Yeah.
we got Jess Glynne. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining us.
No worries.
That was amazing.
Oh, thank you so much.
Considering you just had vocal surgery,
Yeah.
that must have been scary.
Yeah, it was pretty terrifying. Yeah. It's quite fun being able to sing again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same doctor that performed Sam Smith's
Yeah.
did yours too.
Yeah, he did. He's done mine and Sam's and Adele's and a few other people. Special man. Very grateful. Yeah, no. Sam introduced me to him, so I'm very grateful for that.
What was the recovery like for something like that?
Oh, it's horrible. I couldn't talk for 3 weeks, like at all. No noise, no nothing. And then it's another 3 weeks of kind of recuperation, and you have to do like speech therapy and vocal training and all sorts of stuff. So it's kind of like an 8-week recovery period.
Were you allowed to eat?
Yeah, I could eat. I
Like
could eat
what,
whatever
though?
I wanted.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't affect your eating or drinking. I mean, there's certain foods you should avoid, like that can cause like acid reflux and all that rubbish. But other than that, you can eat whatever you want.
Well, it worked because everybody here just heard that. And as I was telling you in the green room, not everybody gets up here and absolutely kills it live, and that was beautiful. So
I really appreciate
it's
that.
working.
Thank you.
You pulled it off, girl.
Thank you.
Props. I have a story,
Okay.
quick story to share with you. So I was in Canada a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
I was in Toronto.
Oh, me too.
I was at the mall,
Okay.
walking. All of a sudden, I look up. Who's staring at me? There's a
Jess.
billboard of you.
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome.
How mad.
They love you in Canada.
Yeah. Mental. I did this collaboration with Bench Clothing. And in Canada, Bench is really big. And I think it's their biggest market. And yeah, they've just got billboards of it all over the shop.
You are all over Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's exciting, though.
Yeah, it is. So you and Snoop have something in common. Snoop Dogg, yeah.
I know what it is. Same birthday.
Yes, you guys have the
Yes.
same birthdays. How cool is
know.
that?
I need to get in contact with him, so see if we can have a birthday party
You
together.
guys should totally have a party together.
Yeah. I need to get in contact with him.
He will like smoke you out.
Right?
Genuinely and
Yeah,
literally.
seriously.
But backtracking a little bit, the Canada thing, the UK thing happening, being huge, massive for you. United States, I feel like we probably have a little bit like less of an attention span as an audience, and maybe
Yeah.
it takes a little bit longer to get
Well, you
traction.
are pretty big over here. It's a lot of people
There's
to
a lot of
reach out
square
to.
miles,
Yeah.
miles. You had the #1 stream song in America last year, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so, yeah.
I think it was #1. You had a Grammy off of the track. What's the process been for you to like come across seas and like be emerging in legitimate like pop stardom? What's that like for you?
I mean, it's pretty mad for me, really, because, I mean, obviously the success of Rather Be was amazing and created so many opportunities, you know, and I'm on tour at the moment doing my first American tour, headlining it and playing sold-out shows, which is insane, and the welcome that you guys have given me is, like, insane. The crowds are, like, on another level, so it's been a pretty amazing experience, really, so far. Yeah, I couldn't be more excited. I mean, there's so much work to be done over here. But yeah, I mean, I'm just at the beginning and it's amazing so far.
Yeah, they say the climb up is the most fun part, right? So enjoy
I guess
that.
so, yeah.
you know?
It's so exhilarating getting that kind of feedback.
Did you know that Rather Be was going to be that large of a hit? Like nobody knows it's going to be like as massive as it was, but did you come out and be like, wow, I'm going to be famous after this?
Basically, I sang that song and was like, right, this is me. I'm done. I'm going to be the biggest star. No.
They were done, period.
No, do you know what? I recorded that song with Clean Bandit, and it was the first song I'd ever released with my voice on it into the world. And I never, ever expected...
Wait. You just said that's the first song
Yeah.
you'd ever released to the world?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Not bad.
No, not at all. That's what I mean. So, like, I never expected anything so mad and big and crazy. I never expected, like, 2 years ago that I'd be, sitting here in America doing a tour. And
Talk about setting the bar high, though. I mean, the first
Yeah.
song you come out with is the
I
most
know.
streamed song in the world, not just America, I think, for last year, right?
yeah, it was pretty worldly, yeah.
Well, congratulations on the new album.
Oh, thank you.
I cry when I laugh.
Yeah.
And it was inspired by a breakup.
Kind of, yeah.
So the album is kind of telling, it's like a journey and a story.
I guess, yeah. I mean, I was going through a breakup when I started signing my record deal, meeting my management and publishers, and everything started kind of happening. It was like one door was kind of closing and another was opening. But yeah, I was going through a pretty low moment in my life. So I guess like the beginning of the record, I was in a pretty dark place, but I never wanted to write an album about a heartbreak or a dull kind of sad album, because I'm a really positive girl and I wanted it to be full of Jess. So if I was to sum the album up, I'd probably sum it up as like an album full of hope. It's definitely got its sad connotations and has its lulling moments, but it's definitely a positive record, and it's about the journey that I've been on over the past few years.
There's one track that I really connected with.
Okay.
It was Don't Be So Hard on Yourself.
Yeah.
I love that track.
Do you know what? Coming over here and speaking to people, it's like that song just speaks to people. Everyone's like, that song on the album is... No, I'm so glad it does, because that for me was like a moment of kind of where I'd realised that I taught myself a lesson in life, kind of, which is a bit weird. But yeah, I guess I was going through a hard time at the beginning, and I took it on with kind of by drawing a smile on my face and not thinking about that kind of negativity and taking on the positive stuff. And yeah, not being so hard on myself kind of got me through it.
Do you have a favorite track on the album?
Oh, I don't. Such a hard thing. I couldn't say one. They're like all my little babies.
Yeah, that's a happy problem. You know, if you're feeling all your music,
Yeah,
that's a good thing.
yeah. I mean, I'm so proud of this album. It's taken a little minute to make, and you know, every song that's on there is like I wrote so much music, you know, over the past 5 years, and choosing the songs that are going on an album when you only have a limited amount of space. But yeah, I'm so proud of every song on there.
You, if I'm not mistaken, you grew up a little bit with exposure to the industry. Was your mother an A&R or in the industry? Or?
Yeah, she was an A&R coordinator. So basically, which is really weird, at Atlantic Records. That was her last job in music. I'm signed to Atlantic, and so it's really weird. Her last job in music was at Atlantic. But she was the coordinator of A&R. So she basically was the person that booked the studios, went to the sessions, and sorted the bands out. And it was a lot more practical in those days, I think, whereas now an A&R coordinator just sits in an office and does it all over the internet.
The reason I brought that up is you said write songs.
Yeah.
Not everybody in your position writes music. You said you've written a lot of music over the last 5 years, and there's a certain authenticity and intimacy with your music. Like, can you speak on that a little bit for us?
And you started real young, too. You started at 15?
I guess so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I started kind of writing early on. I was obsessed with like the way songs were formed. So like I'd listen to, say, a Mariah Carey song, say Hero was one of my favourite songs, and I would like literally dissect it and write out the verses and like see where the rhyme was and things like that at a young age. So I'd kind of write that out and then try and write my own version of that, rhyming in the same places and making it all kind of fit the same way she'd done it, and then it obviously sounded exactly the same.
I've read, I don't know if this is true, but I read that you apply like a flow, like almost like a rapper when you're writing your songs, that you're influenced by like Kendrick Lamar and other artists, that you try to have a flow when you're writing.
Well, I was obsessed with Eminem when I was a teenager, and like Jay-Z, purely because of the way that their melodies were. So like, I'm not going to do any examples right now.
Are you sure?
No.
Come on.
Those are can beatbox.
No.
What's the flow?
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not. No.
Nothing?
That's good beatbox.
Thank you.
Oi.
Thank you.
No. Do you know what? Yeah, and I just loved the kind of melody of that. Like Lauryn Hill, for example, obsessed with how she made music, and Miseducation became such an inspiring album for me for writing, because I was in love with like Eminem and all of that kind of stuff, but obviously writing like that and rapping wasn't for me. But she kind of has a flow, I guess, when she creates music.
Well, there's a flow listening to your music as well, like that.
Yeah.
That made sense when I heard that.
Yeah, I think that's where it comes from, really.
You have some other interesting influences. I saw also, and stop me if I'm wrong, but Frank Ocean, India, R.E.
Yeah, massive.
Yeah, there's a
India
certain...
R.E. is like one of my faves.
You have a real soulful tone on the tracks that you're singing, even though they might qualify as pop records, which not everybody does, right? So
yeah, I guess it's hard to kind of convey two different things.
Is that something that is natural for you, or did that develop over time, like sonically, the way your voice sounds?
I think because I was obsessed with so many soul divas and listening to soul records and that kind of music growing up, I guess vocally that's what I paid most attention to. So I guess singing, that's where my voice went. And then I guess sound-wise, I was influenced by so many different things. Like you said, Frank Ocean, Prince, all those kind of different genres of music then came into
I
it.
even saw Etta James going back to like
yeah,
the real
yeah,
soul.
Etta
man.
James, Aretha, Sam Cooke even.
Sam
You know, all
Cooke.
that stuff came. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got to tell you, I'm obsessed with everything British. Your accent, oh my God, it just love it, love it.
Really?
And yes, yes.
It just sounds so much more intelligent than us,
It
doesn't
does.
it?
It sounds so
not.
cool,
I'm not very intelligent.
so proper. I like that. I've been to London.
Okay.
and I'm
Whereabouts?
not-
Everywhere.
everywhere. I'm going to be going back again next year.
Okay.
And where should I go? Because obviously I didn't see everything. And London is just it's just so big.
I guess like, do you want to do touristy stuff or?
I want to see the real London, like the
Do you
real
know what?
deal.
Where I am, I live in East London, in a place called Stoke Newington, and that's really nice. There's like a street called Church Street, and it's like got loads of little kind of cafes and cool little shops, and there's a nice big park there. That's nice. Maybe try that.
Okay. Because when I was there, I saw the bridge.
The bridge, right?
I did the bridge. I went to Hyde Park.
Yeah, yeah.
Where else? Where else?
Touristy stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's
Did
nice
you-
to go a bit further away from that, isn't it? And see like the raw
The
stuff.
real
Yeah.
London. Yeah.
It's
Did
like
you mind
from-
the gap though? That's what I want to know.
the what?
I think all Americans, when we come back from London, mind the gap is like this phrase stuck in our.
Oh, is it a big thing?
Yeah,
Because
apparently
of
it's
the tube.
nothing. You're like, what are you talking
No, I
about?
know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah. I didn't realize it was a big thing though.
I
Wait,
think
mind
we
the
all
gap.
noticed that. It's like because nobody says mind the gap, so we're like mind the gap.
Yeah, and then when we come to America, we're like America.
Right? America. Right? Bacon and beer.
Yeah.
Last time I was through London was for a hip hop, like underground hip hop tour. But the
Okay.
thing that stuck out for me was in the hip hop scene, they had like drum and bass and other electronic music,
Yeah.
jungle. Everything was like mixed.
Yeah.
Is that still a thing? Because it's been a few years since I've been
Yeah, I
through
mean,
there.
the music scene in London's kind of crazy. You know, so many people collaborate with each other, and there's so many different things going on. And yeah, I guess it is still a bit like that. I mean, you have, I guess, your hip hop raves and your drum and bass, and then there is that kind of separation, but there is a lot of collaborative work going on. Yeah,
It seems like you were earlier to embrace culturally, and I don't mean to make you the voice of all of
I am
England,
the voice.
but of like genre bending and like less rules and more collaborative efforts between artists, which has now become a big thing in pop music. I wonder if that
Yeah.
translates easy for you because you're already there, you know?
Yeah, I think, you know, for me it was an amazing journey to do that. And I think it's a massive part of music at the moment, and there's a lot of people who are doing that. I couldn't think anything other than positive stuff about it, you know, working with other people and creating something that doesn't, you know, that's mixed with, you know, like for me, I worked with Clean Bandit and I'm a soul girl and they're a quartet house kind of next level sound. And so putting those two things together, it's like Rather Be was created. And, you know, there's nothing, I mean, nothing better than that kind of music. And then it speaks and people hear it and they love it.
Who do you want to work with in the U.S.?
That's such a hard question.
We have so many artists here.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Flipping poo.
Skrillex, Diplo.
Oh, do you know what? I
Cascade.
I worked with Skrillex.
You did?
Yeah, he's such a cool guy. We did a wicked song. Yeah, we're gonna work together again. He's a lovely guy. Don't know. Ask me like in a month when I'm starting to write again.
Okay. I'm going to hit you up on Twitter.
There's a lot of people though. I mean like Timbaland, Pharrell, Jasmine Sullivan, who else? I don't know, but there's 3.
Those are good ones right there.
There you go.
Timbaland, Pharrell, those are pretty good choices, I
Yeah.
have to say.
Production-wise, Timbaland's like one of my favorite producers.
Because of the success of Rather Be in the club world, have you had an experience of maybe 2 completely different scenes that like go and expect like the big DJ club festival, like 2-track show versus the actual live thing?
Have I experienced doing that?
Yeah, or you know, is there a break in the audiences of you have these people that are there to like party and rage and expect that song, and then you have what we just got from you live, where
Oh,
it's
yeah.
truly this musical experience?
Yeah, I think so. I guess there probably is, yeah. But I feel like the people that come to see me, I guess, it always feels like they're there for the liveness.
That's dope.
Yeah, it always feels like especially out here. I mean, everyone's been so into the kind of band and the live setup.
Jess Glynne, thank you
Yeah.
for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Give it up, guys.
Give it up.
Thank you.